I'm Eddie. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Envision, which is a company that I co-founded last year. And what we do at Envision is we do help teams turn hours of their Zoom video calls into snippets of knowledge in a couple of minutes. And these type of videos are user interviews, sales calls, or even webinars. So during this session, what I'll do is I'll quickly go through a couple of slides to kind of explain the problem and obviously the solution that we have to this problem. And then I'll give you a quick tour of the live product, which we released last month. So let's get started. So the problem that we have faced historically, my co-founder and I, and that I know other companies are facing, is that it currently takes way too long to extract key information from videos of user interviews, sales calls, and webinars. And this is for a variety of reasons. One of them is because finding sometimes those video files is extremely difficult, since they could be on your colleague's computer, they could be somewhere in Google Drive, or they could be living in the Zoom cloud, which is very hard to access if you don't have the link, or if the videos reside on the Zoom cloud of your colleague, because these are not shared as well. And then even after you find the video, extracting some of the key sound bites is still a pain, since you may have to play the video at 1.5 and 2x because the video is quite long. You probably have to move the play bar back and forth. That's extremely tedious. And finally, if you want to create clips, then you have to resort to a video editing tool, which tends to be quite complex because these ones have a pretty steep learning curve. So based on all this, we have devised a solution to really help companies leverage the knowledge from their videos. And this tool is called Envision, which enables teams to easily identify and share key sound bites from hours of their Zoom video recordings in a handful of minutes. Videos on our platform, which is web-based, are securely stored and enable teams to be more productive and focused and aligned as well. Now, this is also something that I will demo. Ultimately, our belief is that thanks to Envision, modern teams will have the ability to turn the knowledge from their videos into competitive advantage, since they are able to make better decisions faster with videos. And you'll see some of the features that I'll demo in a couple of minutes. Now, the reason why we believe that the time is ripe for a company such as Envision is because we are seeing that knowledge in companies is these days shifting from text to videos. And this is for a variety of factors. First one is obviously working from home or working remotely has been on the rise, especially since COVID. And of course, this has been supported by a huge increase in the adoption of video communication software. These are great, but that means that the increase in the number of video recordings is making it more and more difficult for companies to find and share knowledge from their video recordings. So in a nutshell, that's Envision. We are currently running a free 30-day private beta. And if you're interested, you can simply reach out to me on eddie@envision.io. Now, I want to give you a quick demo of the product itself. So this is Envision Studio. It's the name of our product. It's a web-based platform that enables teams to centralize their videos and also share videos to themselves or with external collaborators. Right now, you've got a handful of videos in this test account, which I created recently. And there are two ways to get videos onto the platform. One of them is by manually adding those videos. So these videos exist on your local machine, your laptop, your desktop. The other one is something that we'll be releasing very soon, is by enabling you to automatically connect to your Zoom cloud and import videos that reside in your Zoom cloud. But on top of this, we are also developing functionality to automatically import your video recordings as soon as your meetings have ended on Zoom and the recordings are available, so that you don't have to manually remember to upload the videos on Envision Studio. The other benefit is that with Zoom, you only get 1 GB of storage, whereas with Envision, you get a lot more space. So you can use Envision as your permanent storage for your videos. Now, I want to move quickly to one video which Gary happily shared with me. It's actually a video from Startup to Stand Up. It's Sam's brilliant presentation on fundraising and Founder Catalyst. So Gary kindly shared this video, which I put into Envision Studio. And from there, we generated a few of these highlights, which we call bookmarks, by the way. So this is what the video page looks like. You can see that we've given a lot of prominence and importance to the transcript because it's the main way of interaction with the platform. By the way, as soon as videos are uploaded onto the platform, we automatically transcribe them, and every word is fully timestamped and synchronized with the videos. So if I click on a given word, that moves the video to that specific word. So I clicked on found here.
Attracting stars.
So this is how the platform works. You can see that here, I've actually created a handful of bookmarks, which appear in the table of contents. So that enables not only you, but also your team, whenever they are being shared a video, to quickly navigate to the parts that are relevant to them. So for instance, this bookmark is about Sam's bio, where he introduces himself, and we've got a few more bookmarks as well. I remember with Gary, we created a few bookmarks. So one of them was, for instance, when Gary was asking a few questions about, I think, well, we'll see very soon, Gary was asking questions about equity split and Sam was answering those questions. So we created bookmarks around those as well. So if I
probably two questions. One is equity split in these brands. What is the...
And Sam answers those questions. So it makes it very easy to navigate through those bookmarks. On top of this, you've got a few additional features with the product. So one of them is the ability to share those videos with either your colleagues or external collaborators. And you can either share the video privately. So by default, the videos are private to only you and the other users within your account, or you can also make videos public, which means that they're shared to everyone. When you share a specific bookmark, that shares the video at that specific time. But on top of this, if you want to export the video and share it on social media, for instance, you could simply download that video clip. So what we do here is we clip the video from the time where Gary says probably to profitable. So in a nutshell, we make it very easy for you to just create your video clips without using another video editing tool. You also have the ability to download the original video alongside with subtitle tracks, and we'll add those to the bookmarks as well. Now, to create the bookmarks themselves, I want to show you very quickly. Let's say I find this bit interesting. This is very random. The only thing that I have to do is simply highlight the text from the auto-generated transcript, and you'll see that a form appears here. I can quickly give it notes, so I'll give it Eddie bookmark as the note, and I can also give it tags. So the tags enable you to group your bookmarks given the same kind of category or denomination. So here I'll call it Eddie bookmark. If I click on save, this will save the bookmark, and you'll see that the bookmark here appears right here. So it's also placed within your table of content at the right location as well. So in a nutshell, this is one way to also create bookmarks. If you remember something that was said in the video, but you don't know exactly when that word was said, you can also use a search capability. So for instance, at some point, I think we're talking about secondaries. I think that's towards the end of the video. So if I type secondaries in our search bar, I misspelled it, you can see that I can jump right to the specific part where we're talking about secondaries. And I think Gary and Graham were talking about this, if I remember correctly. So this has also been bookmarked as a Q&A title where founders talk about selling their secondary shares. So all in all, we make it very easy for people to navigate through their videos and to treat their videos almost like text, which we think obviously for these type of videos where most of the content is spoken words is very relevant. Now, the last bit that I quickly wanted to share with you is that you can also add tags to your videos so as to categorize them. And the reason why is because right now it's not so much of a problem on this account because we only have, well, we've got 5 videos, but imagine you had hundreds, thousands of videos. With the tags, you could simply click on a given tag that you've added to your videos, and that filters down the list of videos to only those that have those tags that you've added. And you can also use our search capability to find any spoken word in your video or any bookmarks that we have created. Remember the bookmark that I created called Eddie Bookmark? If I simply type Eddie Bookmark, you can see that this is actually suggested. And upon clicking on the results, that opens the video at that specific bit where I created the bookmark. So once again, we make it very easy not only to create those snippets of knowledge, share them, but also find them if you remember the name, but you may not necessarily remember the video itself.
So, being able to grow.
So that is exactly the bookmark that I created here, as you can see. So in a nutshell, that's it. We have a lot more plans in terms of how we want to evolve this. We are going to bring on more features to enable you to combine some of those bookmarks, because one of the core use cases around user research or even around webinar, a lot of our early adopters would like to create those compilations of specific bookmarks. So we'll add some very light video editing capabilities to the platform. And as we go forward as well, we'll probably add more AI capabilities so as to surface information or recommend information within those videos without our users having to even necessarily have to highlight those videos. So there's a lot more in the pipeline for Envision Studio, but with the current products, we already are receiving a lot of good feedback, and we have recently secured our first paying customer. So that's it. If you're interested in learning more, you can simply reach out to me once again on eddie@envision.io. Thank you.
Eddie, that was absolutely brilliant. One thing I've learned from it, I never realized what to do with the bookmarks, but you just showed me then, it's just highlighted that if we wanted to categorize all our videos, we could do growth, and then you type in growth, and then we could section bookmark that so people could go direct to them snippets.
That's
so
correct.
eventually we could virtually have a Q&A within our video catalog.
That's correct, yes.
Really good, Eddie.
Thank you.